Lions TV, chatting Chit. It's a laugh and a giggle. It's Bristol City 0, Millwall 2. It's been a long while. I think, you know, last time we won, America was getting over JFK assassination and just uplifting by the moon landing. So it's been a while. It's felt like an age anyway. That was a very comfortable win. A very comfortable win. I wouldn't get too carried away. They've got, I think, nearly a whole team out injured. But we had to take advantage of that. And I think if you come out there 0-0, and we say, oh, that's a good point, stem the tide. But then you look at their struggles and you think, well, no, we've got to go and win these games. It's a brutal division. It's ruthless. Teams are going to be ruthless against you. So you've got to do the same back. And it was disciplined and we were organised. I think we had a shaky first 10 minutes where I think a couple of slight clearances and putting ourselves under a little bit of pressure. But after we settled down, I thought it was great. I think the press today was back, and it was like Rowett when he first joined. Dan alluded to it in his video, his Monday Club, about getting back to basics, and I think that's what Rowett had to do something. He changed that a little bit by going back to that way of playing. We were pressing high. It stemmed from Bradshaw. I know he doesn't get as many goals as everyone wants, but when he does play, he does give you everything. You watch the amount of times he's looking over his shoulder. He is very aware of his positioning. He tries to create traps to chase the ball down and force the centre halves either to punt it long, or if they want to play football, play blind balls into blind alleys. And that's what we nicked the ball so many times in thereafter. It was just a case of that press was so good that, and they didn't want to play long, so it played into our hands. Maybe we'd be extra critical and say we could have took more advantage of that and maybe got a bigger result, more chances on goal. But look, the way we are playing at the moment, the way the results have been going, you take any win. So we'll take that. I think we deserve the clean sheet. I think the defence were very well marshalled, never really under too much pressure. Bart's had that one save from the free kick, and that's about it. They didn't even have a corner. We had 13 shots to free. It was comfortable. It was not, you know, we know Millwall. We know what it's like. You can say any minute now they're going to score. They've got 3 minutes to get an equaliser. It could happen. They've got 10 men. It could still happen. But it was absolutely fine today. I think Messi Wallace left back. Old Muzzer, he's got to start. I think he'll be one of my first on the team sheet, just on the basis that he's the best left back we've got. Even when he plays left wing back, he puts in a good shift, and he does get forward and put some delicious balls in the box. And again, I don't think Malone's come back the same player, or the player we was expecting anyway. And he was shocking when he come on. Anyway, I think three throws to them from poor touches or just misplaced passes. So something to look at. I think Romeo was solid defending, but his touch was a little bit all over the place today, and his end product was left a lot to be desired, shall we say. But he did all right. There's nothing to really overly criticise him about. Maybe got put out of position a couple of times, but hey, we didn't get punished for it today. Two at the back are just supreme, and they work well as a two. So just stick with the four, I think, Gal. Two in the middle. Don't think they were too bothered or overly overexerted, really. Willow showing his experience, but was very controlled on the ball, getting his body in the way, nicking fouls, and just calming the tempo down sometimes. And Leonard didn't really, for me, had to do much, and he gets 2 assists, so you know he'll take that and he'll move on. Jed looked lively. I think a couple of his decision makings again was a bit left a lot to be desired. I think he should have scored, or should have been 3-0 when he went one-on-one with the keeper. He's got to take it around the keeper for me. He either rolls it into an empty net or they take him out. Penalty, another red card, 9 men. Thank you very much. Bennett worked his absolute nuts off. Didn't really look too dangerous in interplays, but the press again, it worked well. Jed pressing with Bradshaw and Bennett, and then Leonard stepping forward as well. That's what really put them under too much pressure, and they couldn't handle it. Again, let's not get carried away. They were very depleted, lack of confidence maybe, very disjointed, and it does take a toll sometimes. When you got this back-to-back games, we've suffered from it. Other teams are going to suffer. It's a brutal league. It's ruthless. We had to be ruthless because teams will do that to us, as we keep saying. And you know, it's a league based on consistency, for good or bad. You get a good run, you fly up the league. You get a bad run, you drop like a stone. The other guy up front, I'm not going to talk about. My dad just slated him for 90 minutes. I don't think if the ball don't stick to him, he lets the ball roll over his head. He runs where hardly ever. And if you're going to go with a press, then do you play him? I don't know. Do we carry? I don't want to be overly critical. So we won, and he didn't do anything overly shocking, but it just didn't really contribute. I think he's the only one that really didn't contribute at the starting 11. But we roll on again. Again, it just depends now. How do we bounce back? Is this the turning on the tide, or is it a case of we just beat a team that's struggling with injuries and form? Again, with no time to think about it. We've gone back to basics today. We had guys that grafted and guys that really put a press on. So as long as, you know, I don't want to put Dad Bod up front and I don't want to see him 90 minutes, but just stick with a winning side. I think you got to really ask questions now. So smile for a few days. It's not always doom and gloom. Come on, you Lions.